Hi, everybody. Time to get... And with balloting underway, a chance to check out Giddy. With how things stand now, it'd take a big change in the voting to get him into the top 10 in the East.
Yeah, much less the starting five, but he shouldn't let that distract him from the honor of making it onto this list at all.
And with the roster set, don't forget to tune in for the NBA All-Star Game on 2K Sports. It's going to be a blast. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Cam Thomas out there with Traore. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then there's Paul George. And it's Wolf in at the 4 slot. And for the Bulls, Buzelis out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Doncic in at the point. And one thing we've been keeping track of here, MP's not in my house declaration. He wants them to be the best home team in this league.
And you can tell MP and his team take a lot of pride protecting home court. They have been playing absolutely great here. And I'll tell you guys what, the fans love this team. They get extra loud for them.
And for those teams that look like a total rebuild now, how do they stay motivated, Grant?
Well, B.A., for the free agents to be, it's all about the dollar signs. And, of course, for the younger players, this is your chance to show you deserve minutes.
Here's Wolf. Chicago making their last shot. Here's Thomas for 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep. Force.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. We talked about Paul George and what his game plan was for keeping him in check. He said it's never going to be easy with him, but I told our guys I want constant communication. Talk when screens are coming, switch when we need to. We need to be highly active guarding him. Let's see how effective they are against him tonight. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you. And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the bucket by Brooklyn. To the paint. Here's Buzelis. And he throws it down with one hand.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Thomas outside. From outside the arc. Chicago with a rebound. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Here's Thomas, following the three-point basket by Chicago. 6 to shoot. Pass to George. from behind the arc. That doesn't go either for George.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
A nice shot by Doncic. And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
Here's Wolf. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. To halt the run. The shot misses. Good work defensively by White. George against Doncic. Shoots over George. And Doncic the bucket on the assist from White. Doncic has got 10.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
And Claxton gets the bucket.
Well, this is what you want your big to do. Set a quality screen and then be opportunistic on the catch.
Doncic into the lane. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
And there it is for him.
Cam Thomas is not one to be afraid to take heavily contested shots, and he's had the ability to make them.
From deep, here's Doncic. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Pass to Wolf. Here's Traore. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Thomas. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. He's got 10.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Chicago leading by 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. From deep, here's Doncic. Gets the 3 ball to go.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Here's Thomas. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
To the inside. Back to Doncic. Launches it. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Well, that's a perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And so it's Chicago, closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be right back after this word. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Well, in today's NBA, the 3-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Brooklyn, they've got Jackson Hayes, Dimon out there with Terrence Mann, and it's Whitehead in at the 2.
Already such a terrific passer. Love seeing Josh Giddey share the wealth.
Here's Clowney. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Boy, this is how you move the ball effectively.
Calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Toure. To the middle. Clowney can't get it to go.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Knicks was outstanding. He ended up with 70 points. And, as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Okay, good stuff there, Allie. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Here's Traoré. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Thomas outside. Here's Traoré, guarded by Doncic. They need this. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Traoré's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young doors.
Well, they are, B.A., and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young assets, things can turn quickly.
Here's Whitehead. Chicago making their last shot. Pass to Thomas. Takes the three. Can't hit that one.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Doncic's shot is good.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Thomas outside. Here's Clowney. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. They set a pick. Thomas outside. The three. It's hauled in by White.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Doncic with the bucket.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Thomas. Doncic with a block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Huff's checked in for Chicago. The Sumu comes in for Giddey. Brooklyn also changing it up. Claxton comes in for Clowney. And it's George in for Whitehead. We've got 1:28 left in the first half. Thomas misses.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Doncic's shot is good.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Thomas outside. Pass to Toure. Here's Wolf. And there's the screen. Looking to win the run. Rebound by the Bulls. White's got 4 rebounds in the game. Doncic outside. Three-pointer. Another three for Chicago.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
George outside. Pass to Toure. Lets it fly. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 3rd assist of the night.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Now here's Dosunmu. No points so far. Fires from deep. Pure from three-point range.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Now here's George. He's covered by Dosunmu. George in the post. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Come on now, that's easy money.
George with a steal. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Chicago ahead, running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting.
Taking a look here at Chicago, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Bulls.
Well,
that does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
We've got Kobe White, Buzelis out there with Desumu, and it's Huff in at center. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's George. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Off target with a jump hook.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
And you have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, B.A. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this. Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Kobe White becoming an offensive focal point, saying it means a lot that my coaches and my teammates trust me. The only thing that can prepare you for this is going through it. For me to become the player I want to be, I need those moments. It's all part of the learning process and the journey. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, good stuff. And so here is Chicago following the bucket by Brooklyn.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Claxton passes to Thomas. Elbow shot on the way. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Cam Thomas is rolling. He's attacking at will. Somebody better shut the water off.
Well, when you think about Cam Thomas, Doris, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, it's the first thing that comes into Cam's mind, and that's put the ball in the basket. And the ability to do it from range or off the bounce, this guy is a special offensive player.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Buzelis. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him tonight. And that last big cheer, not only for the score, but more importantly, for free tacos for everyone. Taco Tuesday is in full effect.
And if you don't like tacos, that is a you problem. Fans rightfully get excited at the prospect of free tacos, and there's no greater joy in an arena than when your team cashes in on Taco Tuesday.
Brown's checked in for White. And the Nets also making a change. Demon, he's checked. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 32 points in the game.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Demon, guarded by Doncic. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws here tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so here is Chicago. Their next game is at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City for a date with the Thunder. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. From deep, here's Doncic. Another three for Chicago.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Brown, that one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Brown's got his first points of the night.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Back to Doncic from deep. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Here's Dimon, guarded by Doncic. And it's Dimon missing. Pass to Giddey. The three is up. Rebound Brooklyn. Here's Dimon. Here's Wolf. No good on the three. And so it's Chicago with an almost surefire victory here, up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Oh, let's go. All right.
Good words of praise from Billy Donovan, asking his team to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. We'll see.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most
strong performance at home tonight, MP, and one that really pumped up the fans. How do you feel?
This organization puts a big emphasis on protecting home court and making our fans happy. So to get the dub and send everyone home with a bunch of free tacos.
Brian, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Dom. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K.
All right, MP. Huge game tonight against one of the top teams in the league. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm thinking, give me that camera. Yo, check it out, America. Yo, we're wondering where you got that fire t-shirt from.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got and Grant, we hear all the time about the rookie wall.
Oh, it's definitely a real thing, B.A. Not for every rookie, but a good percentage of them. You know, I'm interested to see which ones in this class are able to power through.
And one thing we've been keeping track of here, MP's not in my house declaration. He wants them to be the best home team in this league.
Well, it hasn't taken him long to make his point. They've been outstanding at home, largely because his teammates and their fans were inspired by his comments. No one wants to come into this arena and play these guys right now. It's just too intense, and there's too much noise. It's insane.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. They've got Devin Booker. He's out there with Jalen Green. And it's Drummond in at the center position.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Chicago making a switch here. Giddey's checked in. Points a game. Chicago trailing here. On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. We've got Green. Chris Dunn is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Iguodala in at the 5 spot. And they go to the intentional foul. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against Charlotte just played phenomenal. He ended up with 41 points, and he made a lot of shrewd decisions with the ball, which led to a hefty assist total for him. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
That's good stuff, Allie. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do...
First half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Chicago ahead, up 4. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
And taking a look at Phoenix. Right about where we left them at last check. They're solidly in that playoff picture.
It'll be interesting to see how their season progresses. This team could...
Looking now at our featured game this evening, the Phoenix Suns have a close one on their hands.
Facing good shooters, you have to extend your defense early.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight... We've got Christian Brown, also Patrick Williams out there. And it's Asenge in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
And he commits the intentional foul. And an intentional foul right there. Mitchell's check. So the Bulls win it. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
And let's check in with Jennifer Quintana.
MP, great win tonight against very tough competition.
A big part of it is the fans. Teams know if they come in here, they're going in for 48 minutes of high-intensity hoops. We're going to give them every...
BA, over to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. So long, everybody.
All right, it's Legends Night, and we got a packed house here to celebrate. A lot of former players in the building. Anyone particularly looking to impress?
Yeah.
He's about to tear it up.
I think we can officially say at GA the playoffs are looming in the not-too-distant future.
Yeah, and for most teams out there, there's still plenty of work to do. It's not just about qualifying for the postseason. It's about getting a good seed as well.
And these home games have been very important to MP this season. He wants his squad to be seen as one of the toughest and most reliable home teams in the NBA.
It has been fun to watch MP chase that objective, right? Especially for the fans. He's kept his squad fired up every time they step onto the home court, just tearing up anyone who comes into their house.
And now the Lakers starting group. The guard pair will be Doncic and Reeves. Andre Ayton out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Connect in at the small forward. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Doncic finds Connect. Back to Doncic. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Here's Buzelis. Last game he had 12. Now Dosunmu. Here's Doncic. Another three for Chicago. And for all of you magazine fans out there, MP is going to be gracing the cover of the next issue of 2K Magazine.
Not a surprise to see him on there the way that he's been playing. I'm sure there will be a large write-up of MP as well. Always fun to see a different side of MP when he's off the court giving those interviews.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Doncic. Ayton, the pass to Gordon. Doncic looking it over. And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 4. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
The front office made it a priority to lengthen the bench, and you're seeing those returns tonight.
Yeah, this is a team that can throw a lot of fresh bodies at you. Moving on, in our game, here are the top performers so far.
These two guys we thought they'd bring in tonight, it has been brought, playing with no fear.
Can't forget about your teammates, though. Got to keep them involved, too.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
They've got Porzingis. Buzelis out there with Dosunmu. Then there's Doncic, and it's White in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Lakers. It's a 13-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game is the first and last of the... We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done, and the...
MP right here. Miss Harkins.
Yes, thank you.
For sure. Yeah, I have. Hey, I think I remember you from the last game. It's Johnny, right?
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, brother?
Van Arsdale.
Oh.
First game for real, bro? Wow, man, okay.
Looking good, my guy.
I agree, but I feel like there's an advanced stat.
Let the bigs use their size.
He's about to tear it up.
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to 2K Sports Annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory. We'll stand the postseason is just around the corner now. How hard is it to stay focused when you know the season is coming to an end?
Well, it's certainly hard for those teams that have locked in their spots. It's very easy to lose focus here in the home stretch. But for those still fighting for a spot, finishing well in the regular season has got to be the priority right now.
And another home game for MP. Another opportunity for he and his squad to squash a quality team on their home floor. A matchup they haven't been quiet about wanting to win.
And with MP leading the way, they've been defending their turf. This is not an easy building for visiting teams to come into right now. The connection between this team and these fans has never been stronger.
A look at Indiana's starting group. At small and power forward, it'll be Mathurin and Siakam. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Count it.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
And Porzingis, known to everyone as the unicorn. I'm sure some of our viewers wonder where he got that nickname from.
Well, B.A., I heard that actually Kevin Durant gave it to him due to his rare combination of size and skill. One unicorn recognizing another, I guess.
From deep, here's Doncic. Siakam pulls down the board, and we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Halliburton, Grant.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disrupt.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pacers trail by 7. Christian Brown out there with Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Chicago ahead, up by 16. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Chicago Bulls.
I couldn't tell the difference between that second unit and the first. That's how top to bottom together they've been, man.
Yeah,
All right, and now that we are in the later stages, appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. It has been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the...
And here's McConnell. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And so they foul intentionally. The Bulls making a switch here. Jones is checked in. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Doncic, good. Something that deserves mention here. MP took some extra time before the game to do a meet and greet with the fans here for Fan Appreciation Night.
Yeah, all the credit in the world to MP for...
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win.
All right, MP, have you accomplished your goal of making your home court one of the toughest places to win?
to make this kid.
It started right when they arrived. Looked up a good ladder.
Yeah, they must have put.
Game. The championship could be claimed right here. Folks, it is electric in the arena for this Game 6 of the NBA Finals. So glad you could join us for it. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Dosunmu, Buzelis out there with Porzingis. Then it's White, and it's Doncic in at the point. And for Dallas, the 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. Irving and Thompson are the guard set. And it's Flagg in at the small forward. A look at Chicago. Here they are. They stand just one win away from an NBA title. But their opponents and these fans are going to have something to say about that.
Yeah, let's not fit them for rings just yet. This is a tough environment to play in. It's going to take every bit of focus and effort they have if they want to win. And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Down low, there's Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
You won't find a much better screen and roll partner than Porzingis. He can score in so many different ways off that set.
Here's Irving. Chicago grabs the miss.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And the Bulls another three.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
There's the steal. To the wing right side. Outside, White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The three for Doncic. And the Bulls another three.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside, Davis. Thompson from long range. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Chicago has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Doncic with the bucket.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the Mavericks making a change here. Russell's checked in. Here's Flagg. To stop the run. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Mavericks just played phenomenal. He scored 68 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. His numbers from that game jumped off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
The Bulls leading by 15. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Doncic from deep three-point land. Another three for Chicago.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Too big, too skilled. Davis in the face of good defense that time.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. On the Mavericks with some changes, Daniel Gafford comes in for Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in for Irvin. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Bobo's checked in. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Josh Giddey's checked in for Dosunmu. And Christian Brown subbed in for Kobe White. And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the three-point basket by Chicago. And that one's good. Flag.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now, here's Doncic. 18 points for him.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Here's Russell with the three. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. In the corner, it's Brown. Back to Doncic. And it's Giddey in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Another three for Chicago.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the three.
Here's Russell. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been... Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Russell. White, he's checked in for Chicago. Doncic comes in for Christian Brown. The Bulls leading by 11. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Williams. Josh Giddey is out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's White in at the small forward position.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Hardy, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The three for Doncic. Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 23 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And it's White missing. Mavericks trail by 16. Thompson dishes to Davis. Thompson passes to Davis. Gafford sets the pick for Davis. To the paint. And the layup's good off the glass. Gafford's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
On the wing, Giddey. Here's Doncic. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. 25 points for the chosen one.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Hardy. A three-pointer is right on target.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
There's the triple, and it's good. 3 points on the board on the shot from Doncic. Doncic has got 8 here in the quarter. Here's Hardy. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. A nice shot by Doncic.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Hardy. Started by Doncic. Offensive rebound. Davis, the pass to Hardy. And again, Dallas with the three.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
On the wing, Giddey. A three-pointer, no good.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Back in the game.
Over in the corner, Williams sinks the three-pointer.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row. And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Hardy, no good. Giddey finds Doncic. That will count. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And welcome to half.
They've got to run shooters off that line. Just hoping they miss is not working.
It's just a question every team faces, Shaq. How do you extend your defense enough to ball the shooters without opening up the driving lanes?
Checking out the circumstances for the Chicago Bulls. Fellas, this is where they want to be, up in the finals and up big at the half.
You know what, Ernie? You could tell. They can smell that Larry O'Brien trophy. Now, it's all about finishing.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. The 4 and 5, it's Davis and Lively. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. And here's Doncic from the arc. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 37.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Irving finds Davis. Back to Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Wasted no time on that one. 40 points for the chosen one.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Here's Irving. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Over in the corner, White. Back to Doncic. Over in the corner, White. Doncic outside. Over Irving. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Doncic has got 42 in the game. Irving passes to Lively. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Thompson misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Buzelis, no one around.
Consistency.
And the Mavericks call time here. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Well, you look at Doncic, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Irving drives in. Here's Davis. Dallas, no good that time either.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Porzingis has got 12 in the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Lively. Irving with a clean look. And again, unable to change momentum here.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And that's good for 2. Doncic has got 44.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
They grabbed their own miss. Lively. And finished off by Lively.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Outside, Davis. Here's Irving. Gets an open look and hits. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
From mid-range, Irving is so consistent. He can hit that shot whenever he needs to.
White finds Doncic. And good! There's another.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Outside, Davis. Back to Irving. The tray. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
You know, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Doncic with the bucket.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Irving. And he converts the layup. Irving's got 8.
So smooth around the rim. I love how Kyrie just goes up with confidence knowing that he's going to figure it out.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Bulls. Three-pointer. Good! Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. On its way from Irving for 2. Again, the Mavericks score. He got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Chicago running away with it. We're back at... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Oh, and it's over. The Chicago Bulls are the new NBA champions. Emotional, and so into this game, you've beaten the team, and you've conquered everything that this great arena holds.
Yeah, it's a bittersweet moment for the home crowd, but our full credit to the victors and the amazing job they did to never lose focus or drive. And boy, this is the moment they've been working towards all season long. And even though they don't get to celebrate in front of their home fans, does not take away from the satisfaction.
And we've enjoyed bringing you every minute of the action here on 2K Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next season.
Woo! Let's go. We did it. That's 2. What they gonna say now, huh? 2 rings. 2.
MP right here.
MP right here.
Question.
MP, come on, right in front of you.
Miss, it feels incredible. I mean, I feel like I'm flying right now.
Right here.
MP,
MP,
right here, right here.
question.
Come on,
Please,
MP.
Come on with it, T-Man. You know what, bro? A lot of people can climb the mountain once. Most of them can't stay there.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the 2K Sports Show. We've got some FIBA group play on tap, so let's get it going. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll see South Sudan taking on USA. Taking a look at USA, this is their first group stage game. It is vital they win this one.
Yeah, in this format, only 2 group games.
And so it's South Sudan in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Thanks for being with us for this FIBA group play action with the third quarter just now underway. Here's Boss. You know, South Sudan had only played in 2 international tournaments prior to 2024.
Yeah, so they weren't on a lot of people's radar, but they burst onto the scene when just 10 days before the Paris games, they came within 1 point of beating Team USA in a friendly. Suddenly, everybody said, whoa, this team can play.
South Sudan leading by 13. Down low. Here's Malawach. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Claxton with it. Pass to Whitmore. USA with the ball movement. 4 on the clock. USA needs to get a shot off here. Hits the trifecta. Wells has got 5 now.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
You know, one thing that successful international teams tend to have, multiple guys who can switch and guard different positions.
And BA, the NBA has followed that suit lately as well, but it's key in FIBA. Whether you are in man-to-man or zone, not worrying about matchups after a screen is a major advantage.
And here's Doncic outside. And again, USA with the triple. You look at the body of work that MP has put together during his time in the NBA. He has established himself as an elite talent, up there with some of the greats to play the game.
Yeah, every player that you can compare him to was a first-year lock to make it in the Hall. That's the kind of resume that MP has been putting together. He is special, just a special talent.
And USA has requested a timeout. Pass to Whitmore. And the shot goes. And South Sudan may be a relatively new national. Team, but the players on their roster have plenty of experience.
Yeah, their roster features guys who play professionally all over the world. They're playing in leagues in Australia, Asia, Europe, North America. In a sense, this is a true international team.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Malawach. Here's Boss. No good on the triple. USA trails by 9. And here's Doncic outside. And again, USA with the triple.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And we know that MP has played overseas when he spent a year in Europe. But this is the first time MP has sported the red, white, and blue.
And if he plays how everyone is hoping he'll play, we could see a lot more of MP on Team USA. He has the makings to be a great fit for the U.S. for a long time.
Fires the three, knocks down the triple. Doncic has got 9.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Here's Gung. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Boss. Three-pointer off the mark. And here's USA. They're on a 16-7 run. From deep, here's Doncic. And again, USA with the triple.
And any decent, he's taken.
Gabriel's got 6 here in the quarter.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. South Sudan out in front, leading by 3. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. Hi, folks. We've reached the 4th quarter in this group play game. It's FIBA basketball on 2K Sports. USA trails by 3. From deep, here's Doncic. And again, USA with the triple.
After being behind for so long, they must be relieved to finally get this thing tied up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
As a defender, you have to get more physical with him in the post.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Pass to George. Back to Doncic to take the lead. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Isaac, the pass to Sajang. Back to Isaac. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Isaac. Claxton, he's checked in for George. And a change for South Sudan. Malawach is checked in for Reith. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Lets it fly. Doncic's shot is good. Doncic has got 23.
Well, it seems like he's making everything. Nothing makes a coach happier than seeing your offense click.
Pass to Musa. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Whitmore's got 6 rebounds now in the game. From deep, here's Doncic. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
South Sudan trails by 6. Here's Malawach. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Here's Jang. Again the miss by South Sudan. And here's USA. Doncic! The 3 is off. South Sudan trails by 6. Beyond the arc. Oh, Claxton with a rebound. And here's USA. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. The triple drops.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, You might as well keep riding it.
Time called here. South Sudan decides to talk it over. Eason's checked in for USA. Wells comes in for Poole. South Sudan trails by 9. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Shoots a 3. Eason rips down the board.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Doncic fires. Knocks down the trifecta.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Ooh, it doesn't go.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Yes, sir, with the 3.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Time called here. South Sudan decides to talk it over. And we've got 1:18 left in the final quarter. So USA going with almost an entirely new group here. Reed's checked in for Claxton. George comes in for Eason. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for Wells. And it's Poole in for Whitmore. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. Here's Jang. He's guarded by Vassell. Now Isaac. Here's Jang. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up from 12. Cleared away by Reed. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Cash from downtown.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
It's Chang, high post. Now George. Doncic. And so USA takes the win.
Well, they've got 1 foot into the final round.
A dominant game by MP, leading his team.
20 points means hot suit. 30 points.
Brian, back to you.
Thanks, Jennifer. Welcome to FIBA Basketball on 2K Sports. Glad to have you along. There's always a high-intensity atmosphere in the group stage. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. It's Slovenia taking on USA. You look at Slovenia. Well, this is a must-win for them. They lost their first group stage game.
Well, if they lose, they're 0-2 and out. I expect them to play with fire, be sharper than that first group stage game. They're back.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Slovenia on top, just dominating this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the second half of this FIBA tournament group play game here on 2K Sports. When it comes to international play, you hear a lot from NBA players about how different it is.
And it's not just about the rules. I mean, it's a much more physical game. I mean, the officials, they let them play.
Here's Wells. And again, USA with the triple.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Pass to Doncic. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. USA trails by 21. Lets it go from deep. And Doncic the bucket on the assist by Whitmore. Doncic is for USA.
And this offensive surge is just what they needed right now.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Here's Dragic. And no good. The dry spell continues. And just looking at Slovenia, they've produced some high-level NBA talent.
Yeah, Luka Doncic being the biggest names, but also Goran Dragic, Sasa Vujacic, and others. Great skill among this group.
Doncic passes to Dragic. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Slovenia again missing.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with a 3 of his own.
And here's Doncic outside. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
All right, how would you describe Slovenia's style of play?
Well, I'd say they're very team-oriented. They play with pace, and they move the ball really well.
Fires in the triple.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
And book it, Chanchar.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Pass to Dragic. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Chanchar passes to Doncic. 4-3. Again, Doncic missing.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
And Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got 24 points.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Now a timeout called by Slovenia. So for USA, Reed's checked in for Claxton, and it's Poole in for Whitmore. Pass to Vujacic. Back to Doncic. Doncic punches it home.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
And here's Doncic. He's got 24. Up and over Doncic. A nice shot by Doncic. 26 points for him.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
USA trails by 8. From downtown. Oh, he is cooking right now. 10 for 11 from the field.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And again, USA with the triple.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
Here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. Fires the three from way back there. Luka!
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Slovenia on top, up 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, folks, for our 4th and final quarter of FIBA group play coverage. Slovenia leading by 5. To the wing, right side. Slovenia working the ball around now. And it's all from three-point range.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Jacks up a 3. The shot comes out. Now here's Doncic. To take the lead. And again, USA with the triple.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him. And he delivers with a much-needed score.
Gifted moving the ball. Luka is one of the best passers in the league.
Here's Doncic. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Doncic has got 40 points.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Oh, got that one up quick. And it's a 3-point USA lead.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start. Great composure and determination.
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
From deep, here's Doncic. He buries it from 3. Doncic has got 45 points.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Dragic, a screen on Doncic. Jacks up a 3. Oh, it misses. USA leading by 3. Here's Poole. Now Doncic from deep. Buries it from outside.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
No good from 3.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
He launches. The free ball is down.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Cleared away by Reed.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
It's good from beyond the arc.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Now a timeout called by Slovenia. So for USA, Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Reed. Eason comes in for George. Wells comes in for Poole. Doncic against Doncic. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now Doncic puts it up from 7. Doncic finds his opening on the inside.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Doncic, the free is in.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Oh, he leaves no question.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Doncic fires, and he nails it.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Oh, he can't hit it.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
From downtown, it's money from deep.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Doncic can't hit it. No one near him, and it's USA with another.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Dragic. Pass to Doncic. 5 on the clock. And so USA takes the win.
Well, with this 2-0 record, they win their group. They get a good seed in the final round. This is how you start a FIBA tournament.
And with how well they've played, is this team a favorite?
You have to mention them amongst the title.
Good evening, everyone.
Here we go.
What a treat we have for you tonight. FIBA quarterfinal action coming your way. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. It's Germany taking on USA. Well, for these countries, this is the first game of the final round, the quarterfinals of this FIBA tournament.
Well, after those 2 group stage games, we're going to see another level of play. These are 2 of the best 8 teams in the world, B.A.
You know, when it comes to officiating in a FIBA game, you won't see the refs give the offense the benefit of the doubt.
And often more physicality is tolerated. We won't see the star treatment. And usually they call traveling a little tighter.
Here's Wagner following the three-pointer by USA. There's a screen. And here's Schroeder outside. Easton pulls it in. Looking at the last game for USA, it was a win against Slovenia. And here's Doncic outside. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here's Schroeder outside. And it's Whitmore with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
When you watch one of these FIBA games, they move so fast.
You really notice there are fewer timeouts, too. I mean, these international games usually have a great flow, and it makes them fun to watch.
Now here's Schroeder. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Wagner. Outside Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, Germany no good.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
Outside Eason. And here's Whitmore. USA with the ball movement. And here's Doncic outside. Knocks it down from distance. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Here's Larson. Outside Lamb to end the run. And again, Germany no good. For this German team, 2023 was a special moment, winning the World Championship in the Philippines.
It was their first ever major title. They beat the U.S. by 2 in a thrilling semifinal. Dennis Schroeder was named MVP of the tournament.
And Germany with possession here. Following the three-pointer by USA. Wagner finds Lamb. The three. Cleared away by Wells. USA leading by 15. And it's USA on the break. Eason can't get it to go. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Larson. And again, Germany no good. Doncic outside. This one for three. But again, USA with the triple. You know, when it comes to Germany, their future is in good hands with the Wagner brothers.
You know, both have a few years until they hit their 30s. Franz is such a dynamic player. He's 6'10", he's skilled. I mean, we've seen him average about 25 for an NBA season. And Mo, he does the dirty work. A 6'11" big who plays the game so hard. Those two will lead them for quite a while.
Here's Schroeder. Following the three-pointer by USA. Outside for Lamb to get back on track. Doncic pulls down the board. USA leading by 21. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Doncic has got 21 points in the game.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Wagner for three. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. We're at the end of the first, and what a blowout already in this one. USA out in front, running away with it. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. First quarter of this FIBA tournament quarterfinal game is in the books. And USA going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Dunleavy. Now here's Schroeder. Here's Dunleavy. Outside Schroeder. Here's Larson, defended by Eason. The fader. Larson, no good. There's nothing quite like an international tournament. Your whole country watching your every move.
And for a guy like MP, this is their first time experiencing that. The pride and sacrifice that players play with for their country is something that cannot be replicated anywhere else.
And stolen by Claxton. Here's the break. The open shot, Doncic. And it's USA with another.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Lamb's checked in for Germany. Wagner up top. He's covered by Wells. Here's Larson. They can't stop the run with that one.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
From deep, here's Doncic. Wow! Now 10 for 10 after that one. He's on fire.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his...
And so it's USA, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Welcome back, everyone, for what's sure to be an exciting second half of FIBA quarterfinals action. Now Lamb. Pass to Larson. Hartenstein with a screen on Eason. 6 on the shot clock. The three ball. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. And so here's USA. From deep, here's Doncic. Gets the three to fall. Doncic has got 32 points.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for Germany. And so... And here's Doncic outside. On target from range. Doncic is for USA.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a...
USA also changing it up. Dillingham comes in for Vassell. And Doncic has subbed in for Poole. .124 left in the fourth. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Looks... And so USA takes the win.
Just a massive win for this.
Hello and welcome to the special 2K Sports broadcast. It's the FIBA Tournament semifinals coming your way. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll see South Sudan taking on USA. We've made it to the semifinals. What an incredible FIBA tournament this has been.
I've really enjoyed it. Now we have our Final Four. This is what it's all about. Lots on the line tonight.
One giant difference between FIBA and NBA rules, you only get 5 fouls in international play.
Yeah, it's 6 in the NBA.
And So it's South Sudan building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. Back after this. Back from the break now. The second half of this FIBA tournament semifinal matchup just getting underway. With the shorter three-point line in FIBA, having a good group of shooters is a must.
Well, if a guy gets going, he can pour it on in a hurry. A lot of big guys who don't quite have NBA three range might find themselves in range during FIBA play. The line is about 1.5 feet closer in.
Pass to Gabriel. Here's Gung. Four on the clock. Boss's shot is off. And here's USA. And here's Doncic outside. Drills it from deep. Doncic is for USA.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
From the arc. He drops it from range. Gabriel's got 23 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
When NBA fans think of players from South Sudan, Manute Bol has to be the first to come to mind.
Well, Manute was a very memorable player, that's for sure. At 7'7", he was one of the tallest players in NBA history. He was a tremendous shot blocker and a fan favorite every time he took to the court.
From deep, here's Doncic. Nails it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 12 points here in the second half.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
Knocks down the long J.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Lets the three fly. And again, USA with the triple.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
At the Paris Games in 2024, South Sudan had the distinction of being the only team representing Africa on the men's side.
And you could see how much pride that instilled in them. They scored a big upset over Puerto Rico in the first game of the tournament. They couldn't get into the medal round, but it was a strong showing all the same.
Hey, yo, right here.
To the paint. Here's Bol. The shot no good. Eason with some nice D. Wells, the pass to Doncic. And again, USA with the triple.
His three-point mechanics have been flawless. Get him a clean look from deep, and he'll bury it.
Here's Gung, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Gabriel. Here's Gung. Here's the three. And again, it's South Sudan with a three.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
From deep, here's Doncic. And again, USA with the triple.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Here's Gung, guarded by Doncic. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter. Here's Boss. 20 points for him. Baseline try. Rebound USA. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. From deep, here's Doncic. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get burned.
Here's Gung, guarded by Doncic. Pass to Malawach. Here's Gabriel. Give him 23. Good D by Wells. USA trails by 16. And here's Doncic outside. And again, USA with the triple.
Now, he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Well, consistent scoring is a good foundation for a comeback. They can't be wasting possessions now.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. South Sudan out in front. They lead by 13. And when we return, welcome back to the final quarter of our 2K Sports broadcast of the FIBA Tournament Semis. Pass to Gabriel. Nice ball movement by South Sudan. Musa, no good. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for USA. Trailing by 13. Doncic's shot is good.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Musa, guarded by Doncic. Here's Gabriel. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, rejected by Doncic. And it's USA on the break. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Doncic has got 36 points.
And he's really made his mark with the three-pointer today. And that's another big one.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Takes a 3. And again, USA with the triple.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in music. Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. From deep, here's Doncic. Counted from distance. Doncic has got 42 in the game.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
For 3. Rebounded by Doncic. And here's USA. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. To tie it up. Money from 3.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. Takes a special player.
Puts up the tray. And misses. And Doncic has got the ball here for USA. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. The 3 is in.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Here's Gabriel, guarded by Doncic. And yes, sir! Matching 3-pointers. Wow!
And just a clutch 3 to settle this crowd down after that big shot at the other end.
USA calls timeout. So for USA, Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Reed. Eason comes in for George. Wells comes in for Poole. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
And the 3 misses. USA leading by 3. Doncic! Cash from downtown!
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
17-footer is in.
And they're putting together another quality possession. They're taking control of this game.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
All alone. Oh, Claxton with a rebound.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
The triple drops.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Time called here. South Sudan decides to talk it over.
Great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
It's good from beyond the arc.
Should just about do it. Big time shot in the final stretches here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Goal, a screen on Doncic. Oh, can't hit the jumper. And here's USA. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Fires the three. Knocks down the trifecta.
He is the story for them offensively and a big reason why they're ahead.
Here's Gabriel, guarded by Doncic. Here's Malawach. Shot clock at 6. And so USA takes the win.
Well, they're into the final. Wow, it's been an incredible run for them in this FIBA tournament. And I wouldn't bet against...
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the final game of the FIBA tournament. There's been so much anticipation and excitement leading up to this one. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll see France take it on USA. What a special night. The final of this summer's FIBA tournament. What's key tonight?
Settling your nerves. This is basically Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. France on top. They lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And with the second half underway now, both of these teams vying to claim the final victory in this FIBA tournament. One of the stories here, Jordan Poole. Man, is he getting it done today.
Can they come up with an answer for...
You know, for the players who ply their trade in the NBA, it can be a tough adjustment to the FIBA rules.
Yeah, the rules aren't a drastic change, but they can catch you off guard. Still, most NBA players can adjust after a game or two in the tournament. Don't forget, the rules are different for coaches, too.
Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Lambert. Uses the glass on the layup. Give him 23.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Doncic's shot is good.
After being behind for so long, they must be relieved to finally get this thing tied up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
You know, one of the major differences in the FIBA games, the coaches get fewer timeouts.
Yeah, you have to be much more judicious with them. Can't burn too many early. There is a lot of letting players figure it out on their own, and that's tough on a coach.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, That's certainly the way to do it.
Pass to Lambert. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now a timeout called by France. So for USA, Claxton, he's checked in for Reed. Eason comes in for Vassell. Wells comes in for Wallace. The first foreign player to win a finals MVP, a Frenchman, the great Tony Parker.
Yeah, and back in 2007, Parker taking it home with the Spurs. You know, Tony had such a huge influence on basketball in France. And since he exploded on the NBA scene, we've seen French players flood into the league.
Doncic fires. He's off from three.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Outside Wembanyama. Takes a three. Another shot. And there's the layup. Good.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Doncic. Yes, sir, with the three.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. Now Wembanyama. The 8-footer. Rebounded by Doncic. Let's loose for three. It's money from deep.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Eason against Wembanyama. Clock at 6. Wembanyama won't be denied.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Doncic fires. The free ball is down.
Since the break, he's been on point from beyond the arc. I'll tell you what, when he's this hot, it's a thing of beauty.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. Oh, it's stolen. Doncic outside. And he nails it.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
The drive by Wembanyama. That's in! Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Buries it from outside!
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Out of bounds. It'll be France's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
They've done it! Congratulations to the USA, your FIBA champions!
What a huge moment for this country. They've got an incredible group of 12 guys, and they played their best when it mattered most. What effort to take this FIBA tournament.
A well-earned world championship for them. They came in with a game plan and executed it to perfection.
Oh, they had a great plan for this entire tournament. From start to finish, they've been playing at a high level. They should enjoy this title.
Spring into life. Spring into eternity. Spring.
Action.
Spring into life. Spring into action with
What's up, MP?
What's up?
You all done with the off-season work?
This is my favorite time of the year, bro.
I thought you lived for the clutch. Now you going preseason of the playoffs?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy MP here to announce the next set of videos we're dropping on Out of Bounds.
What you got?
we go.